think homelessness is probably a measuring stick of where society is, and as the homelessness increases and we see more and more cases of disadvantaged and vulnerable people coming our way, it's an indication that society is failing and society is breaking down and all the norms are being challenged, and at some point somebody's got to take responsibility for what's happening.
My name's Trevor Joseph Wheeler. My date of birth is 21/2/57. Born in Birmingham. Been homeless since I was 14. When I came out of care.
My name's Neil Harvey, I'm 32. I was working up until the end of July and I was made redundant.
My name's Atif, I'm 33. Hobbies are training, I socialise, I tend to live life day by day.
My age is 32 at the minute. I was born in March 1980, and I'm a handyman. I do anything with my hands, like a jack of all trades.
Neil Harvey, 52. Hobbies, music, and I spend a hell of a lot of time in church as well.
Okay, my name is David Wood and I'm 30 years of age.
My name is Ricky, I'm originally from Manchester. Ended up in jail in 2009.
They try their best, you know, to move you on into your own accommodation and that. You get all kinds of people here. You know, drunks, alcoholics, mental illness, drug abuse. Same old story. You know what I mean? But I keep myself to myself here, like, you know what I mean? I say hello to them. This is the longest I've ever been in Hostel, because I used to be a roadman. You know what I mean? I used to go all over the country. Can't do it now though.
In all honesty, I mean, it's my first experience of a hostel anyway, and considering all the sort of, as such, horror stories that you hear, it's nowhere near as bad as you think it would be. I mean, I've never experienced any kind of other position like this. I mean, I've never been in prison or anything like that, so I've never been in an environment where you're living with sort of this many other people.
I like it. Yeah. I like it because I just learned to live with it. The staff are great. But the problem is if you live here too long, it changes you. Before I lived here, before I lived in the environments, it was more 9 to 5, working, doing normal things, going out, going clubbing on the weekends. If you live here that long, it changes you as a person. You become selfish, you become manipulative to other people, because that's what you're surrounded by, people like that.
I'm just waiting for a new place, and, after Christmas now. And I've got a flat next door. I've only been in there 2 months. And that's it really. Got my big staff in there as well.
What's it called?
Yeah, I've had her 8 years, Tara. Yeah.
Well, homeless services are no good round here. When I was homeless, start this year, we cannot find you anywhere to put you anywhere. Got in contact with No Sanctuary, got in contact with them. She got me into a temporary hostel in Erdington, temporary one in Ladywood, and now I've got a permanent one in town for that.
It's not too bad. You do get your ups and downs with people, you know, mixture of people. I tend to keep myself to myself, so it's the best way, so you don't get involved with everybody.
It has its moments, it's okay, but it can be a bit stressful at times, you know, so.
Yeah, my initial appointment with them is I have to tell them what services are available to them, because we used to provide that service a couple of years ago, but now that's gone. My job is to signpost them to relevant services, and a lot of them are mainly interested in floating support, which offers a resettlement service, because obviously they want to get back out into the community and rebuild their lives, and a lot of the time that's about getting rehoused. So the biggest interest would be resettlement.
Just a matter of getting the flat all furnished. There's nothing in it when I moved in there. And you can't all do that in 5 minutes, can you? No. No? Let's see how I can use your money.
Yeah, well, because I've moved into the accommodations next door, it's took me ages to get all my cards for the electric and stuff like that, and how to handle my money, because I've been used to, I don't know, just spending it, you know. So that's the only struggle I'm having at the moment.
I'm adjusting to living in Birmingham because I only got out in August, so I've been here since August the 30th, well, since the 1st of September I've been here, so that's 3-4 months. So just adjusting to life down in Birmingham.
I split up with my wife a couple of years ago. That's when I ended up homeless. Before that I was pretty much homeless anyway. I was sofa surfing for bloody years. So I went up to Norwich to start new. And then I've just come back to Birmingham because of the kids and stuff. So.
Yeah, I knew exactly on my birthday what it was. Whereas previous to here, I was actually living on a narrowboat. And as I say, I'd lost my job. And after that I got in quite considerable financial difficulty. I wasn't able to pay bills, wasn't able to pay loans, all that kind of thing, which all mounted up.
1998, when I found that I was helping people who were homeless out. As I said, yeah, I got banned from being housed there for 5 years.
Well, I was in care, and then I ran away when I was 14 out of care and landed on the streets. Went to London, Cardboard City, lived there for 2.5 years. And just went, you know, from one city to the next, trying to find work and somewhere decent to start with.
When I went to jail in 2009. But before then, my baby mother, my kids, and jail just messed all that up for us. Do you know what I mean? She couldn't handle it. You know, my kids have now been adopted. My little boy and my little girl have been adopted. She's still in Manchester. She says she's coming down to see me on the 18th, so I ain't seen her since 2009, since court, so we'll see how that goes, innit? Do you know what I mean? Kind of nervous about seeing her still, but, you know, we'll just see how it goes.
I just have relationship breakdowns, I did. And bad experience with people, decided to turn my back to life. And just based on everybody's piss off, and turned my back to everything. And it coming to environments like this, but I've come out worse than I come in the bloody first place. You know what I mean?
I only come homeless about 3-4 months ago. I had a flat for 8 years and I had to give it up and walk away. I got broken into and but I got away from that now, so I'm happy.
Terrifying, because I was only 14, like, you know what I mean, and social services didn't want to know, as usual.
You hear the horror stories about this, that and the other when it comes to sort of sheltered housing and hostels and that kind of thing, but I've never actually come across that side of things. So if anything, all things considered, it's actually been quite a pleasant experience. Strange way to put things, but it has been quite a pleasant experience.
All my old friends and all the people I used to know, I've left them. So I didn't want to see them in me being in this position. Because before I used to have money, I have cars, and I did. It's kind of a bitter pill to swallow, but you kind of resent facing society because you feel you're outcast. And you are in a way, because when people say, oh, you're in a homeless hostel, they don't really want to know you.
I've slept in about 4 or 5 different places in Birmingham to start with.
What was that experience like?
Well, one of them, we had 3 of us sleeping there together. Yeah.
And was that scary? Did you
Well, it's alright when there's 3 here together. There's a chance of being troubled, isn't there?
Oh yeah, definitely. Norwich, that was. My mate brought me up to stay at his, but we ended up falling out and I didn't know anybody. I used to sleep down by the riverbank and that. Then luckily I bumped into some homeless people who were in the hostel, lent me a tent, and I pitched out in the back for about 2 weeks.
When I was sleeping rough on the canal or outside the city, because you can't sleep inside, it's just too dangerous for homeless people now. Because I've seen people burned to death in their own sleeping bags. You know what I mean? People have seen them sleeping and they've just thrown a match onto their sleeping bags. Or you get people spitting on you, kicking, punching, get a job. You know, all that. I've witnessed all that and I've had it done to me, like, you know what I mean? You have to carry a weapon around with you at all times, especially in London.
It's okay for the night and that, you know, you can't really be sleeping at your mates when they've got a girlfriend or a partner or whatever, and you've got kids running around and all that. You can't really be getting under people's feet like that.
I've stayed with friends to, I think the term sofa surfing, a few times, which is a difficult position to be in, because obviously they're friends, you don't want to infringe on them, and it's a very, very difficult line to lead.
It's a lot more dangerous now. Well, it was dangerous then, but it's even more dangerous now. People are getting angry, especially homeless people. Something big's going to happen, and it's going to be a lot worse than the riots we had last year. It's going to be, if they're not careful, the whole country will go up, including the prisons.
Do you feel like there's a lot of anger?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I've met a girlfriend since I've been here.
Yeah.
I've bettered my CV. I'm on a work programme as well at the Swan Centre. That's for full-time work. I've been with them a year. Yeah, I've done that since I've been here.
Now, the main support I've got, I would truly probably say family and friends, and the staff are great here as well. I can't dispute that. You can go there genuinely, you've got any problems, and actually, one of the female staff, she genuinely cares for you. She's not just a job, she genuinely will go out her way to help you. I mean, and you need that, because that's why it's a supported housing. People need support.
Not really, no. I don't really know the support in Birmingham. When I was in Norwich, it was completely different. You got a lot more. I think it was. We used to have at 10 o'clock on the night. We used to give free food out and stuff like that. Salvation Army used to do it. 10 o'clock in the night, so he's trying to grab as much food as you could, so then and try and save it for the week and that.
It's been my boys, to be honest. Yeah, because we both just clicked, so it's been that sort of support that I've had, do you know what I mean? Like when I've been down and stuff, just speak to the lads and that, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got about 8 friends in here. They all know me. Yeah, I'm well known.
Do you all look out for each other?
Yeah, we stick together.
Yes, I have. I mean, I've stayed in previous hostels, but the friends I've made, I've still known them. But most people who move out of these places tend to just want to disappear from the whole environment and not contact anybody, and they just vanish. So the friends you know, you can know them every day, see them all day. Once they leave, you never see them again.
I've not really made any new friendships, to be honest. I mean, even sort of before I was here, I was very much, a lot of the time I'd just keep myself to myself.
My auntie lives in Winston Green, so that's why she used to come to Birmingham, try and get a new start. So yeah, I come to Birmingham, and now I'm looking to see this property on Wednesday. That's my main thing at the moment.
Oh God, I've got loads of hopes. I want to win the lottery, that'll be one thing, but no, there's loads of things I want to do. Basically, I just want to get a flat, I want to see my kids, I just want to get back to work. I do miss working. The thing that is going to stop me properly is CSA. I mean, they were taking half my wages last time, I ended up just giving up my job.
Having visited St Anne's Hostel, Birmingham, which caters for overlooked and sidelined homeless men, we found that they are living on a shoestring budget with very little external support. We asked what was needed to ensure the hostel's continued support of these inspiring individuals.
I think we're a charitable organisation, so we're always striving for a better service. I think our best ideal for us would be to get funding back so that we could do our own support work again, which would be fantastic, because we don't live with them, but we're here with them 5 days, sometimes 7 days a week, the concierge staff are, so we can see how they are, how they live. So we can, you know, if we see things happening, we can get in there straight away and say, well look, you need support with this and support with that, before they move back into the community.
I think the big problem is that homeless people are invisible to mainstream society, and unfortunately because of that, there's not a recognition that there is a need there and it's not being addressed.